Hello, Sagittarius. So it's funny to me how the readings kind of spill into each other. Um, you're getting this kind of Page of Wands energy coming through. Now, normally I'd choose the Queen of Wands for you, or the Temperance card, which is a card about patience. It is the Temperance card is a Sagittarius card. It's your card in the tarot, but it's like it's not the time to be patient. It's like it's like the message is it's time to be impulsive. It's time to trust your instinct. So if there's something that you want to do, if you have some kind of like sudden like stroke of inspiration, or like a sudden urge to do something, you know, within reason, you may want to consider like just, I don't even think you're going to think about it. That's the thing. I think maybe you've been in a thinking energy, and this is going to be like, it feels right, I'm doing it. Like, am I really doing this? Like, it's like you don't even think, you just do it. It feels really impulsive. So it's quite fast as well. It's fast, creative, impulsive. I look like I've got nail varnish on this card at some point, which I've just kind of noticed now. So the reason why I'm saying this is because you kind of showed up at the end of Scorpio's reading with this kind of like impulsive ideas, creativity, out of the box thinking. And in between Scorpio's reading and your reading, I just thought, you know what, I just want to pull some cards for myself. I want to do the same reading that I'm doing because I'm Libra, right? I did Libra's reading earlier today. I've just published Libra's reading. I'm doing this on Monday. And it's like, I'm like, it's a collective reading though, and I kind of wanted a personal message. So I thought, I'm going to do this reading that I'm doing for everybody else, but I'm going to do a personal version. And I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, I just pulled the cards really, really fast, and it had this big, deep emotional impact. And I was like, wow, this reading. So I'm not going to go into it because it's personal, but the fact that I impulsively did a reading, I did it very quickly, and it had a big impact, seems to be the energy that I'm going to use in your reading. So it's like, don't even think too much about it. So I'm actually just gonna pause. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna take a few deep breaths, and then we're just gonna jump in. We're just gonna pull all your cards and then read through them and figure them out afterwards. So give me a second. I'm excited. Oh, just as I unpaused, like, I think it was bee or a big fly just hit the window. Oh, I hope it's okay. There's something about timing. There's something really about timing, about trusting your impulses, about just doing it. Because like, I just paused then on a whim, and as I went to get my bottle of water, I noticed that Scorpio's reading had finished processing and was ready to upload. So now it's like I'm kind of multitasking. Scorpio's reading's uploading in the background. So it's like this perfect timing energy is coming into your reading, right? So let's just do it fast. We're just doing it. It's like mad reading. Golden egg in reverse, wolf, oh, it's cool energy. There's the raccoon again from Libra's reading. Interesting, sneaky. Golden egg in reverse, wolf and elk. Okay, don't think about it. Look at all the yellow and orange though. Family, father. This is like the alpha male, probably, with the elk being emperor energy. Alpha male. Why is the golden egg in reverse? Okay, so what was your relationship to this, or what is your relationship to this energy? What is your relationship to this guide? What is your relationship to this guide? You've got a higher power. Maybe I'm reading for like a member of Coldplay. I don't know. Higher power, number 4. 4s are about stability, family, home, situations. This is like house and home energy, especially with like the wolf indicating like family as well, and the elk being emperor, which is like father figure. Okay, higher power. Okay, don't read. I keep going for the book, but we're not doing that. Right, I'm doing your reading differently, right? It's maybe it's like embrace change, higher power. Higher power. Why is higher power here for Sagittarius? Hangman. Yeah, different perspective. Wow, different perspective. Seeing things out of the box thinking. Okay, what is the message? What the guide? What is their message for Sagittarius? How many do you have here? Flamingo Spirit. Embrace the in-between, and life is a mystery. Okay. Tell me about embrace the in-between for Sagittarius. Thank you. Wow, Magician, you've got 2 major arcana. Talk about higher power. 2 major arcana, and like very, very, they're both earth energy up here. This person may have been an earth sign if this is somebody who's passed over for you, but it's like grounded, kind of like, I always pronounce it wrong, but like shaman, like shaman, sorry, Bad joke. That's Keith Lemon, like inappropriate humor. I'm sorry. This looks a bit like a lemon. Could be something about lemon. Look at my nails, which again is Libra. The Magician, like making something happen. Embrace the in between, making something happen. Yeah, it feels like just feel quite stop, like keep going, right? Life is a mystery. Ace of Pentacles, so that is some kind of offer, opportunity. And how can this guide help Sagittarius, please? How can this guide help Sagittarius? You've got Jesus. Okay, don't worry if you look at the yellow as well. Yeah, maybe Coldplay yellow as well, because you've got Higher Power by Coldplay, and I'm getting this yellow energy, and they have a song called Yellow as well. I wrote a song for you. Yeah, don't worry if Jesus is particularly meaningful for you, and if you see this person as a guide, then absolutely take that. If you're like, I'm not into Jesus, that's not my vibe, that's okay. This is just, when I come to read this card, think about who embodies that energy for you, who has the same kind of values, who's got the same vibe, right, as this person. So okay, let's get, I love how like, oh, look at this, what is going on here? Look at this sneaky Seven of Swords energy here. There's some shifting around, there's some behind the scenes shifting around in the darkness, creeping around at night energy. Like the knight and the raccoon are both nocturnal animals. I don't know about the wolf, could be, could not be. That's some shifty energy, that not necessarily bad, right? This could be someone planning a surprise party, right? It could be somebody who is because the raccoon has an association with creativity, right? Kind of like being in hiding but being creative. So the fox as well, it's like the Seven of Swords, people think of it, it is a sneaky card, it is a sneaky energy. It's like trying to hide things, but it's also symbolically depicting somebody who's picking up swords off a battlefield so that they can't be used in battle to injure people the next day. So it could be strategic, right? It's not necessarily bad, but this shifty energy. Okay, right, let's go. So any of these numbers could be symbolic. 4, 26, 8. You've got another 8 there with 1 and 7. 12 breaks down to a 3, 1, 8 again. 8, 8, 8. Gosh, I hope you're not gambling too much. I've not seen the devil card. Maybe somebody's taking a gamble, taking a risk, taking a chance. Okay. So, golden egg in reverse, what's that about? Because the golden egg is very similar to the Ace of Pentacles. They carry a similar energy, which is some sort of offer, some sort of gift. Golden egg, message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. But it's in reverse, so bear in mind that it's in reverse. The golden egg, within the golden egg lies a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. The sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern day life. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease, perhaps through yoga, nidra, or meditation. If you do not yet have meditation practice, take some time for introspection or contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs the heaviest on your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the energy of golden egg is an advanced practice. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability, which feels like something that somebody was doing in Libra's reading, especially, and a little bit in Scorpio's reading. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell as if you're seeing an old friend that's been far away for a very long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. I feel like maybe you could see this person in a dream, right, and they have a message for you. It does kind of give me, if you remember Wayne's World, right, the one where he's trying to put on a music festival. So this music festival thing, I was kind of feeling that in my stomach as I was reading. So something about me, I was kind of getting this message to like randomize a song for you, but I would have to go over to my PC to do it because I'm on my phone already. Maybe now, right, maybe you now pause the video, take a few deep breaths, try and go within, right, try and connect to higher power energy. Just randomize the song on Spotify and see if anything meaningful comes through, if that song means anything to you, if it reminds you of somebody, maybe meditate while you listen to that song and see if a message comes through. It could be a little practice for you. Not necessarily if you don't want to do it, it's fine. So it says the golden egg in the fourth chakra. So what's this? One, I'm thinking about my chakras. 1, 2, 3, heart. It's the heart chakra, right? The subtle essence of the golden egg is nestled deep within the heart center, yeah, at the fourth chakra. This chakra, called anahata, is the home of the self or the soul. I had this coming home message, like come home to the self, come home to the soul. By bringing the mind into this center, we discover a portal to the most intimate and luminous space. It is said our inner guide sits there. So this could be your own inner guide, right? Our inner guide sits there in deep meditation waiting for us. Anahata translates as the unstruck sound. So that talks to me about kind of Ace of Cups energy, like unconditional love, Christ consciousness, if you will, and you've got Christ there. So I don't know, I feel like Libra had that in their reading. Let's read the wolf. I really like the wolf card. Virgo energy for me, doesn't have to be. Guardian of the family and tribe, activism and ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, human rights efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies specifically. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. So some of you could have had some kind of teacher or father figure or guide who perhaps could have sometimes been a little bit judgmental or dominating in their shadow energy, right? So they could have perhaps been very, this is the way it's done, we're very traditional, this is the right way, this is our code of conduct, this is our morals, this is our culture. And you may have had some difficulty fitting their mold, right? So I did have this message in some of the earlier readings last week of somebody branching off from the family tree to start their own family, right? Their own, setting down their own code of conduct, their own morals, their own house rules. So this could represent somebody like that for you. It could also be like a boss, somebody you worked with, just with it having that elk energy there. The elk tends to mean emperor energy, so Aries, Taurus possibly. Probably more Taurus with it being earth in this deck, but also it can be like leadership, CEO, divine masculine. But I'll read from the book, like of the home. This feels very much like family to me, or something that feels like family, especially with like a 4 coming out for higher power. Stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. The great elk represents the earth's element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amid life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold these values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. This world needs more elk energy. So when in balance, supportive, kind, and consistent, but when out of balance, and again, everybody has light and dark, right? So this person's kind of less great elements may have been that they were pretentious, high and mighty. So it definitely feels like this person offers support. They feel like home to you. They feel like family. They feel like they offer good leadership. It's kind of, for you, Sagittarius, I would say having this kind of very stable, very predictable base, whatever that represents for you, is good for you in terms of giving you a crash pad, right? It's like, this is like home. So for a Sagittarius, depending on your full chart, this might be a situation where this person was in the house, right? This person was in the house. You knew what you were getting from them, right? A little bit boring. If you were in the house with them throughout lockdown, you probably felt really stifled by them. But when you're out exploring, this is the kind of person who's like, I know I can go and crash on their sofa, right? I know that they'll open the door for me. I know that I know that when I need them, they'll be there. That kind of energy. It does feel quite Virgo-y, but it doesn't have to be. Very earthy. Yeah, they feel like this person provides like a solid block, a solid base for you to to support you. And this is the brilliant thing. So again, if you go back to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which I bring up from time to time in the readings, so Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right, it's like a pyramid, and the base needs, the most urgent needs, like the first needs that we have are for like you know, comfort, stability, shelter, food, then like to feel safe, to feel like we're not physically in danger. So like physical comfort, physical needs being met, right? And then it's like as you go up in stages of development. So you'll have like social need, and then right at the top it's like self-realization, self-development, you know, spirit, like figuring out spiritual things. I just had a message from one of my friends. They are not a Sagittarius, but if they happen to watch this reading, shout out to the person who also was listening to Janet Jackson and thinking of me, because I just saw your message. The same song as well. Okay, so subconsciously we are very connected. I call them my brain twin, and they we have these weird kind of you know, you have some connections in your life. Like my best friend in high school was like this. It's like you think of them at the same time as they're thinking of you, or you ring them at the same time that they're thinking of you. So we do sometimes have these like parallel thoughts and things like that. So it's just really funny to me. If you don't know the story of this, I have mentioned it in a few readings, so I'm sorry to those of you who've already heard this. On last Sunday, so a week last Sunday, when it was Mother's Day in the US, that night I had quite a few dreams about my mum, where she was kind of protecting me, which is funny thinking about Libra and Scorpio's reading. But in the morning I woke up and I randomized a song on Spotify, and my mum's name, my mum passed away at Christmas. Her name was Janet, and I randomized a song and it was Janet Jackson's Together Again. So my brain twin there, he said he was finishing work, and I hope he doesn't mind me telling this story. I don't think he'll mind. I'm not going to say who this person is, but they were leaving work, and Janet Jackson was playing, and they were like, I was thinking of you and I don't know why. I was like, did you see my tweet about it? And they were like, I might have done but not registered it, but like it was Together Again as well. It was like the same song. So I do think there's music helps us connect with you know, people who are important in our lives. So it's just funny to me that those messages should come through now as I'm talking about it, right? You've got a higher power. So okay, I don't know, anything that happens in a reading is part of the reading, it's part of divine timing. So even though it was a message for me, there's a message in that for at least one of you, right? So maybe you are hearing songs from, maybe this person, right, is like a father figure, or somebody who's passed over, right? And you hear songs, like it happened for me as well, where I was in the supermarket and my granddad's favorite song was playing, and I was like in floods of tears in the supermarket. So it could be like, because I was getting that thing about music and like in my stomach as well. I don't know why music would be in your stomach, but maybe that's significant to somebody. It's like music and I'm touching my stomach, like my third chakra. So it's like particular songs play that make you think of this person, perhaps higher power, which is the next card that we're going to. Perhaps this is saying, yeah, yes, this is them talking to you through music. You've got a higher power. I love that song. I'm so into it at the moment. I've got like about 5 different versions of it as well. Such a bop. Okay, conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, and committing to a partnership with spirit. So this is the connection, this is the relationship you have with whoever this guide is, right? It may not even be the first person you think of, it may be somebody else, right? It may be somebody surprising, but whoever this guide is for you, this is your relationship with them. So hopefully this will help you figure out who they are. It's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy to you. Recognize that your partnership with spirit is your #1 priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. Maybe I need to pause and answer my friend right now. See something from a different perspective. See something from a higher perspective. You may feel very stuck in some aspect of your life, but seeing things from different perspectives. So it could even be like, speak to your friends, speak to the people who you feel comfortable speaking to, because they may be able to offer you a different perspective on your situation that you hadn't thought of. Okay, embrace the in-between, 26. Balance comes easily to Flamingo Spirit, who sees what was and what will be and stands strong in the face of uncertainty. You can be informed by what came before and plan for the future yet to be, but do not resist Flamingo Spirit's call to be fully present in the now, where the real magic happens, with one foot in the life you are moving away from and one foot in your future, as you become the one who leads the life of your highest intentions. Again, higher power, high intentions, higher perspective. You must make peace with the fact that you are not fully in either place. Embrace the in-between. The presence of Flamingo Spirit is also a sign that your creativity is arising within you and opportunities are beginning to present themselves. Remain here in a balanced state of mind, for there is much to know and learn before going forward with the new plans. You can trust this moment you can trust this moment, and you can trust yourself as you take in what you see and become aware of all that you are experiencing in this in-between time. So the Magician, that is like, you have everything you need to manifest your future. The Magician is a card of manifestation. They have all the tools of the tarot and they can utilize them to make their dreams come true. And do you see how they're both forward thinking? And I love how this cat energy turns into the Bobcat Spirit. So we'll have a read of that one. Number 8, Bobcat Spirit. Bats could be significant as well, because you've got a bat here, and I just like when I opened the book again, I opened it to Bat Spirit. So let me just actually have a quick look at what that is, just in case it's symbolic to everybody. I won't read the whole thing, but Bat Spirit says a rebirth is assured, for whoever that resonates with. So Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. The bobcat moves furtively and mysteriously. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Stirred. Yeah, that's that, whatever that is. The Bobcat Spirit moves furtively and mysteriously. When Bobcat Spirit appears to you, she brings us powerful reminder that not all things in life can be explained or understood through the power of the intellect. Trying to figure things out, find logical explanations, or predict what will happen based on reason and facts will not provide you with the certainty and comfort you ask, which this is a very comfortable, secure energy, just to kind of say. Bobcat asks you to trust in the great mystery and let the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you through direct experience. Allow your vision to slip into soft focus. Again, this something here again, there's something about like it's right there, but like something about the focus, right? And perspective, focus, the right lens. You know, there's like, you're looking at the clouds, but there's a figure in the clouds. Like, would you necessarily always be able to see that? I don't know, something about that. Allow your vision to slip into soft focus and you will see between the lines and observe what has been hidden there all along. Bobcat Spirit helps you to know intimately the pulse of the divine in the world. Trust in the wisdom and revelations that come to you. Yet know that understanding may not come as you would like it to. What you experience through your heart and intention, which comes to you as the voice of your inner knowing, will guide you now as you accept that secrecy is woven into the fabric of existence. No matter what, the appearance of Bobcat Spirit is a sign that you are being called to trust, even when what is revealed does not agree with your need for intellectual certainty, and there may be some kind of real gift or tangible offer or an opportunity coming your way. This is something that you can hold. This is something that's real. Ace of Pentacles, it's like maybe something that was missed in the past. I'm wondering why the golden egg is in reverse. Something could be coming back around for you. May not make a lot of sense to you, but it's like trust the mystery, trust. I feel like you don't know everything because there's this sneaky energy happening. It could be the universe like sneaking around behind the scenes to like line things up for you. But it's like, just trust, just go with it, right? If it feels right, just go with it. But there is a sense of easing into this slowly and gently. The Bat Spirit reminds me of like butterfly energy and cocooned energy. So when the butterfly comes out of the chrysalis, it's vulnerable for a moment. It has to let its wings dry, right? So ease into that, whatever this is. Like, this is very much like take a leap of faith, take a jump. But it is also the page. It's interesting that I picked the Page of Wands and not the Fool, because the Fool is like close your eyes and jump. The Page of Wands is like, oh, this feels really good. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to explore this a little. So you don't have to rush it. It is quite an impulsive energy, but it also, the pages are like students. They're figuring things out. So it's like, be a student of life, be a student of experience, explore your own desires more. So it's an explorative energy, an explorative time. You know, Jesus, if you look at the stories of Jesus when he was young, was Jesus Sagittarius? I feel like I've said this before. Was Jesus Sagittarius? Strikes me as Sagittarius energy or Capricorn. So it depends when you say he was born, right? So like what, 24th, 25th, 25th? I may not know. I did this, I was in work and it was one of the bank holidays and I was like, is this because this was the day that Jesus was born again? Like when he came out of the cave? And my boss was like, no, that's Easter. I was like, oh yeah. It's like, I do know the stories, but I've got a brain like a sieve and my wires get crossed and I say stupid stuff all the time. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful or anything like that. I'm just laughing at myself and my own stupidity. Yeah, so depending on when he was born, but I think if you're going to take Christmas, like Christmas Day, right, 25th of December, that is, I feel, right on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. Is it? I'm not 100% sure. It's close to the cusp. But if he's Sagittarius, like, yeah, I could see that. I can see that about this guy. This guy. Whoever this is for you, right? It doesn't have to be sweet baby Jesus. It can be somebody who represents the values of forgiveness, compassion, and somebody who is a spiritual teacher, right? Which definitely gives me like that kind of wolf energy. Does give me kind of Virgo-y energy as well. Known as the Son of God in the Christian faith, Jesus is also respected and revered in other spiritual traditions and is considered an ascended master to many on the New Age path. Jesus' teachings were and still are about, so just if it's not Jesus for you, just swap the name, right, in your own head. Jesus' teachings were and still are about love, compassion, forgiveness, and peace. Jesus was a teacher, healer, and spiritual activist, and he included anyone in his community who wished to join without judgment. He, without sin, cast the first stone, right? What else? Like, I don't know. He said some cool stuff, is what I'm saying. Some of his ideas were pretty decent. He did not create rules and dogma for his followers. Rather, he invited them to look within and to move through the world with compassion and peace in their hearts and love for all beings. Jesus, or whoever this dude is for you, Jesus works with the heart and crown chakras, supporting you with opening up to more love, compassion, and higher wisdom. So you've had the heart chakra twice now. So it might be worth looking into the heart chakra a bit more, doing a little bit more work in that area if that calls to you. Call on your spirit guides for assistance with spiritual healing, spiritual teaching, forgiveness, giving or receiving, self-forgiveness, definitely, especially if it's Virgo energy. Virgo is their own worst critic, right? They have so much guilt like that they carry. Especially like Virgo Lilith. I don't know when that's coming up, but it is. Forgiveness, giving or receiving, self-forgiveness, having compassion for others and yourself, creating more peace in your life, finding spiritual teachers and spiritual support groups and networks, having the courage and strength to fulfill your divine destiny. Embody the energy of Jesus or your spirit guide by showing compassion rather than judgment, forgiving others, being kind, being inclusive in your work, social gatherings, etc., giving to charity when you can, sharing your spiritual wisdom and knowledge. So it has a little bit of a feel to it of like, possibly for some of you and not all of you, you could have had some kind of father figure, some kind of mentor or teacher who perhaps was quite, maybe they did have some spiritual beliefs, but not necessarily. I do feel like they had some kind of dogma, some kind of moral compass about what was right, what was wrong, this is the way it's done, this is the way we do it, kind of thing. You know, like they had some ground rules. And it may be that those ground rules were quite stifling for you. Maybe you didn't quite fit into the same mold that they fit into because, you know, as a if this is somebody of an older generation, new generations come in and develop their own ideas and their own moral codes, right? So this could be a parental figure who, as well-intentioned as they were, as much of a grounded, practical provider they were, they also felt quite stifling to you. you. So this could be talking about perhaps they were quite judgmental, especially if it is Virgo. I am picking up Virgo for you, especially if this person, and I'm not calling out all Virgos, right? Everybody has light and dark, right? Everybody has good stuff and bad stuff. Virgo's incredibly supportive, definitely feel like home to a lot of people. So many supportive Virgos in my life. And yet they do have this critical perfectionist aspect, which especially if somebody has like a Venus in Virgo, it's the way that they love through criticism. Like if somebody with a Virgo somebody with a Virgo Venus placement criticizes you, it's because they love you enough. Like, this is how they show the care, right? They're trying to make you the best version of yourself that you can be. But at the same time, it can really like chip away at your confidence. So it's like you'll never be good enough, right? That's how it can make you feel. So that's kind of what I'm picking up on. Not for everybody. So yeah, it's like you could have had somebody like this, like as well-intentioned as they are, as brilliant of a person as they were, they could have unintentionally through trying to get you to be the best you could be, right? But through their idealism and perfectionism, could have also kind of chipped away at your confidence. And so if you're going ahead, it could be like forgiving them, right? Seeing the best in them, forgiving yourself for any times that you weren't perfect. Any times, I'm getting like Capricorn energy now. I'm just thinking of my daughter who's Sagittarius. She's got a lot of Capricorn in the chart. She's got Virgo there too, actually. But it's like having self-compassion and like understanding that and this could be somebody who is Virgo as well, also has Virgo placements. It's like understanding that you don't have to be perfect. Perfectionism is a lie, right? Nobody's perfect. There's no such thing as perfect, because something that you may conceive to be perfect, somebody else may be conceived to be flawed, right? It's like beauty standards. So let go of your perfectionism. Let go of holding yourself to those idealized values. I can think of like my best friend in high school as well. She was like this too. It's like you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to beat yourself up if you're not perfect. So have that unconditional love and compassion for yourself when you fall down, when you don't quite meet your own high standards, perhaps, especially in terms of, oh yeah, exactly. I didn't even click. The Eight of Pentacles is a card about perfectionism. It's about doing something over and over and over and over and over again until you get it right, until you get it perfect. It's like, again, bringing my daughter into the equation, she does maths at school every day, right? She does maths at school every day and she gets maths homework. And she's like, I do it every day. So to her, it's like, I don't want to be perfect. I just don't want to do any more maths. But she has like, again, she's got a little bit of Virgo, a little bit of Capricorn in the chart where she's like, but I want to be perfect. I want to be perfect at it. But because I'm Sagittarius, it's stifling me to do it over and over again. I feel it's so repetitive and so stifling. So she has this duality. So some of you may be experiencing some kind of push-pull in that area of like being perfectionist, but you know, getting very bored with that, perhaps. Feeling like the thing with the spider is, I believe, you can fact check me on this, but I believe a spider will spin the same web every day. They put the web up, they take the web down. They put the web up, they take the web down. And it's the same pattern. It's like a fingerprint, right? So if you see a spider web and it's there and it doesn't go away, the spider's got lost, or, you know, the spider isn't around to take that web down anymore, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, like, I feel like the message is you don't have to be perfect. Have self-compassion. Like, the flaws make us interesting, right? The flaws make us unique. Some kind of message like that. All right, I hope this was helpful to you. Do be compassionate to yourself. Forgive yourself for anything that you've been carrying any guilt over. I don't know, maybe some of you want to go and check out that birth chart service that I linked to in the description box, because if you don't know your full birth chart, I'm definitely picking up on some Virgo here. Could be your spirit guide was Virgo. But yeah, definitely go and check out your chart and see where your Virgo placements are, because wherever that Virgo, it'll give you your birth chart. So just look for where it says Virgo. And then if it's like, I don't know, Venus or Lilith, just scroll down to that section and just read the Virgo section, because I think there could be some something that you could unravel there if you haven't yet done that. All right, take care of yourselves. Don't be too harsh on yourselves, and I will see you again soon. I think you're perfect. Do you know what? I think your flaws are your perfection because they are what make you unique, right? They are what make you you, and you are perfect. So there you go. That's what I have to say about it. Take care, Sagittarius. I will see you again soon.